You're watching World News on TVP World. I'm Aaron Darman. The European Commission has weighed in on Polish President Karol Nawrocki's veto of a bill that would simplify regulations for Ukrainian war refugees living in the country. European Commission spokesperson Markus Lammert says Ukrainians in EU countries should have access to necessary social and medical assistance under the bloc's temporary protection measure. Lammert says while each state sets its own scope, everyone needs to commit to aiding Ukraine as long as necessary. According to the Polish Interior Ministry, Nawrocki's veto could lead to economic instability, legal uncertainty for thousands, and higher public spending. A military drone has crashed on Estonian territory, leaving a crater in the southeastern part of the country. It marks yet another case of a drone going down on NATO soil since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Last week, a Russian drone fell in Poland's east, with officials describing it as a deliberate Russian provocation. Estonian authorities say the latest incident involved a drone likely originating from Ukraine, which may have been jammed and diverted by Russia. The drone is believed to have entered Estonian airspace from either Russia or Latvia. Over in Lithuania, members of the country's parliament have today voted to support Social Affairs Minister Inga Ruginienė as the new Prime Minister.
The approval brings her a step closer to leading the government. Ruginienė must still obtain presidential approval for her cabinet and will face a second vote by Parliament in September to confirm its manifesto. The political reorganisation follows the sudden resignation last month of Gintautas Palukas over his business ties to a company owned by his sister-in-law. Ruginienė said she will continue Lithuania's support for Ukraine, and Palukas' government pledged to spend 5 to 6% of gross domestic product on defence over the next few years.
24 migrants have narrowly escaped death in Bulgaria, with 2 Georgian nationals trying to illegally smuggle them into the European Union from Turkey.
The Turkey-Bulgaria border has been a significant trafficking route, with more than 250 illegal migrants detained in Bulgaria up until May this year. This latest detained group, originally from Afghanistan, paid €4,000 each to get to Europe. When police found them, most of them were dehydrated and unconscious. The van they were smuggled in didn't stop for a police inspection and crashed into parked cars. The smugglers fled the scene but were later detained by Bulgarian police.
Serbia's President Aleksandar Vučić is repeating his invitation to debate the demands of students who have led months of mass anti-government protests.
Vučić last week offered a TV discussion to the student leaders, saying the country did not need a civil war. Student representatives have rejected the invitation and repeated their demand for early elections. The nationwide protests were sparked 9 months ago, when 16 people died in an accident in the Novi Sad train station. Demonstrators accuse the authorities of corruption and negligence, which they believe led to the roof collapse at the station.
Kazakhstan's GDP per capita has outstripped that of Russia or China, according to a recent report by the International Monetary Fund. The Central Asian country's economic success is largely attributed to its export of natural resources, including oil, gas and uranium. Since 2022, Kazakhstan has been both allied with Russia, but at the same time sought to deepen ties with the West, China and Turkey. Kazakhstan's GDP per capita figures are now reaching nearly $15,000, surpassing not only Russia and China, but also Serbia, Moldova and Turkmenistan. Ukraine's foreign ministry is slamming Woody Allen's live stream appearance at Moscow's International Film Week. During the festival, Allen was interviewed via video link, which Kyiv has condemned as blessing, quote, Moscow's bloody festival.
In a statement released by the ministry, Kiev officials said that culture must never be used to whitewash crimes or serve as a propaganda tool. During the interview in front of a crowded theater audience, Woody Allen went on to say that he realized he would love to make a movie in Russia following the production of Midnight in Paris. "I'm someone who has always enjoyed Russian cinema," Allen added. Most Western movie stars have cut all ties with Russia since its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, making Woody Allen one of the first to appear in front of a Russian audience. At the same time, Allen has been largely blacklisted in Hollywood ever since he was accused of molesting his adopted daughter. The American director claims the allegations were fabricated by his former partner and the mother of the woman, Mia Farrow.
The Veli Rat Lighthouse on the Croatian coast is one of the last inhabited lighthouses in the world. And for the past 24 years, one man has climbed 183 steps every day to perform his duties as the lighthouse keeper.
Veli Rat here. Hello, Matteo. Nothing to report today. Everything is in order. Wind south to southeast, 1 to 3 knots, sea force 1. Visibility 25 kilometers, clear sky. These calls check that the lighthouse keeper is healthy and at his post. If you don't answer, they'll immediately send a boat or speedboat to come and see what's going on. I wanted to live and work in nature. When I saw this lighthouse keeper ad, I knew it was for me. When the weather is nice, I watch the sun, and when the weather is bad, I do something else. So I enjoy all these things. I don't intend to retire just yet. It's very important. Sailors who sail mark it on their charts. For example, the Veli Rat lighthouse has a flash, a characteristic 20-second sequence. No two lighthouses are the same. They are all different. During the day, they differ in appearance, but at night, they are distinguished by the rhythm of the flashes of light. My wife sent me a message. We met in Zadar, walked along the shore and got to know each other.
After we met, he sent me a song called My First and Last Love, and I fell for it.
When my kids get to high school, they'll decide for themselves whether they prefer to live in the city or on the island. But in my opinion, growing up on an island is a blessing. And it's the same for the school. It's almost exclusively for them.
You see, we often gather here because there's always something to do, a helping hand to give, especially when you live outside like us. Last year, we tidied the cemetery, mowed the lawn, and cleaned the village. And afterwards, we roast meat together and drink the wine we make with our grapes.
It's rare that someone comes here and doesn't feel good. There's this good energy that carries you along. The sea nearby and the lighthouse, which is an attraction in itself.
And that's all for World News here on TVP World. Remember, our business show, The Bottom Line, is next, so do stay with us. I'm Aaron Darman. Goodbye for now.